Well, Alec, obviously, result aside, was it just good for you to be back on Saturday and get some minutes under your belt?
Well, it wasn't how it was meant to finish, that's for sure. It was pleasing to be back, pleasing to come on with Sam Nicholson as well, who's going to be a huge player for us this season. It was nice to see Sam Finley back on the pitch as well, because he's a big signing for us, and for myself, as well. It was good to get back on the pitch. Aaron Collins obviously came on not long after, so some big players coming back, some important people coming back, and it's fantastic to be back in a packed Mem again. See the fans back in full voice, and really disappointing at the end to not have a sort of fairy tale finish, but a positive end to the game. With all the build up and how long we've missed them for, and we'll be looking to do that on Tuesday night.
Yeah, can you offer some perspective? Because obviously a disappointing start to the season, but you returned on Saturday, Sam, Aaron, you've got Brett hopefully back in a couple of weeks' time. Is there belief in the dressing room that when everyone's fit, Rovers can hopefully achieve their goal this season of challenging for promotion?
Without a shadow of a doubt, absolutely. I think we've already seen what's in the building in terms of players. That's yet to materialise on the pitch. I think we know within these sort of four walls what we've got, the ability we've got in the dressing room, and unfortunately, that we could have done with the season starting 3 weeks later. Really, it hasn't happened. This year's going to be tough with COVID and teams putting players out on the pitch who are fully fit. But I think once we have our full complement, I don't think we've been able to play the shape that we want to yet, because of injured players. And I think the gaffer's mentioned in some of his articles about having to play people in different positions that you didn't want to. And when you after last season, the huge disappointment of what happened, you want to really start well and kick off and get the ball rolling as early as possible. We've just got to be more disciplined and more trusting that will happen in the next few weeks, when more and more of our key players return on the pitch and we start to implement some of the ideas and the shape that we want to do. And I've got no doubt that will happen. I don't think anyone in this building does. Unfortunately, obviously the fans were right to boo us on Saturday because it's a disappointing result, and we want to go out to win every game, especially at home. It was a shame that we couldn't give them something on Saturday to cheer about more positively, but we will be looking to do that on Tuesday night, and I'm really looking forward to the game tomorrow.
And you mentioned a desired shape. You can play a variety of positions, but do you see your main role this season on the right as a right wing back?
Potentially, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think there's a couple of shapes that the gaffer's got in mind, and I think that will sort of start to materialise over the next few games. I need to get up to speed as quick as possible. It's a shame, in an ideal world, a couple of us would probably have 3 or 4 pre-season games to get up to full tilt. But we haven't got that. We haven't got the luxury of that, and we need to start putting performances and getting points on the board. And I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night and getting into the thick of it. And Saturday, Tuesdays. It's an exciting time. We're into the serious stuff now, and I'm just can't wait to get out on the pitch now.
And I bet you can't wait just to put last season behind you. I think you only started 11 games for a variety of reasons, but of course relegation as well. Does it feel a bit of a fresh start this season?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Last year was just crazy, as we all know. The relegation was abysmal, and something that I don't want to think about too much. I want to put it right this year, as do we all in here. And I think with what we built here, you probably can sense what it's like when you walk in here, and the structure and the everything that's in place now, and professionalism around the place, and the way that this club's moving. We just need to put all the pieces together on the training pitch, which will then materialise onto the pitch, and I'm sure that's going to come over the next few weeks.
And just finally, can you give me an insight into League Two? How different is League Two to playing in League One?
It's funny, Tony Craig actually gave me a ring towards the end of last season. He said he actually found it a bit tougher in League Two because he was fighting non-stop with players. He said long balls, and he said he felt he had a bit more time on the ball in League One than he did in League Two. So he was finding it a bit tougher and a bit more of a physical battle. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely obviously it's a league lower, so the quality of player will not be as high. Probably less football. But a certain physicality that's probably needed, but one that I know we've got in this dressing room, which is key. And the nice thing about the acquisitions we've made and the players we've already got in this building is that we can sort of attack on all fronts. Really, we've got the physicality, we've got good footballers, we've got experience, we've got youth, we've got pace, we've got everything really, which I think will suit us really well this year.
Thank you.